Alright, so the evidence I have here now, I will go further to expose them completely.
You spoke to the terrorists?
Of course, I was the one who made all the process. The video you saw online, I was the one who directed them to get that video for us.
With all due respect, sir. With all due respect, sir.
As Senator Ali Ndume, I quote and I quote again. They told us to communicate with him. It is only through him that monies will be paid. Monies will not be paid through anybody because he is their in-house mediator.
And the time I began suspecting him, which is even the second case, when he demanded that I should contribute.
You mean towards the ransom?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it?
Yes.
Something they told me, and we have everything evidently. There is nothing to hide here. And we are tired. That is why we are speaking out now.
Look, you cannot pull me, rub me into this, and you cannot blackmail me into it. The best I could do is to connect you or give you a contact to the appropriate authority.
I started another mediation with ISWAP. One of their people now confirmed to me that the Borno state government said they have who they would run their whole thing with and everything.
He demanded for the ransom. And I told him clearly, and up to now my position is that Nigerian government or nobody should negotiate with terrorists.
All of a sudden, Borno State Government Commissioner at a forum played a video, a 9 seconds or is it 18 seconds video of monies being paid to certain people. All of a sudden, they now start talking to some of these cells that don't talk to these people. At the end, we have our own in-person.
Say he demanded for a ransom. What do you mean?
Yeah, because he was the one that said Boko Haram are asking for 5 million.
5 billion.
5 billion.
Right.
You're accusing the president of being complicit in this because he's releasing money to give terrorists, despite the fact that we are constantly being told that we do not negotiate with terrorists,
Yes.
we're not paying money.
Yes.
You're saying the president used to release the money.
It's a very dangerous allegation, and it should be taken seriously.
They want us divided.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News Gist and Blog. Since last week when I came across this particular video, I don't even know how to talk about it because it connects to one of those senators that I respect so much, Senator Ali Ndume. Now that Borno South youth leader, Somalia Ibrahim, came out to accuse him that the Nigerian government are paying Boko Haram 5 billion. It's just like them now that they allocate money for religious center palace and allocate money for banditry. 5 billion were paid to Boko Haram. That the Boko Haram now is not complaining that instead of 5 billion, the allocation that the Nigerian government is supposed to pay them, they only receive 1.9 billion. And that has sparked a lot of reaction. This video is long. For those of you that don't have enough data, I will just beg you, go and subscribe. You need to watch this particular video to the very end. And I want you guys to watch it so that you will understand how they later arrest this guy. That the truth they tried to cover still later come out. And I want you guys to watch this particular video. We'll be right back.
His name is Mr. Samaila Ibrahim Kagama. Thank you so much for being with us on the program.
Thank you very much.
All right, so talk to us about Borno. What is going on? And how are you people surviving? We just try to give people an idea of what Borno is what's happening in Borno from January up until yesterday.
Yes.
How are you people surviving this situation? And is there some kind of confidence in the work that the military is doing in Borno?
Thank you very much for the question. Actually, the whole thing is a bit complicated, I would say.
Yeah.
The military are doing everything they can. In fact, especially the ones in the forefront fighting, they are doing the best they can. If you see, it's been years since they've been fighting against terrorism, and all sorts of in Borno State and everything. I think without the military by now, that state would have been overrun. So I'd say they are doing a good job, but at the end of the tunnel of whatever they are doing, there is still a lot of political games being played.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, of course. You see some of these attacks. These are politically motivated attacks. Now let me put it very clear to Nigerians, because normally when I come on live or anywhere, they know what happens. I get to put out whatever. Now you look at these attacks happening from the period they started. It started around the political, campaign period, preparations for elections and all that. Now the women of the Goshe, that is the 460 women and children. They were what? They were, at a specific point, you see the media talking about they were rescued, they were this, they were that. We did the mediations. I spoke to those people. I put those people into a position whereby they had to make a demand. Because initially they had no plans of releasing those people.
You spoke to the terrorists?
Of course, I was the one who made all the process. The video you saw online, I was the one who directed them to get that video for us. Okay. It took me around 2 to 3 weeks communicating with them until I got to the top, end of wherever I was supposed to reach. We had those discussions. They agreed to make the video proof of life. One thing Nigerians don't know, they made a first video. The first video was not good enough. I had to still tell them to make another, which kind of brought some, and all that, but it was settled. At the end of the day, they made the second video and the world got to see. So now, when the whole process came to a specific point, when the mediations came to a point whereby monies were to be paid, let me quote and make it clear, ransoms was paid. Keep it aside.
From Goshe?
Yes, of course. Okay. Ransoms was paid in billions. How much? Around 5 billion was released.
By who?
Well, you want to call it the federal or state government, but ransoms were released. Now, those ransoms...
Was it by the federal government or by the state government?
You could put it as state government, federal government collaboration, because if there is a lot of outcry from the people, bring our people, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, sorry to say, I'm not a political supporter or anything of anybody. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is innocent. In anything you see insecurity, state government are the ones orchestrating and making money out of this whole insecurity stuff. Now, when those monies was almost paid, Senator Ali Ndume, I quote and I quote again, Senator Ali Ndume, according to what they told me, and I have evidence to back that, they said there is a media person that calls himself a media person, a second mediator. He is them Senator Ali Ndume, and government person. They told us to communicate with him. It is only through him that monies will be paid. Monies will not be paid through anybody because he is their in-house mediator. Do you get what I'm saying? If terrorists are able to tell you that there is an in-house mediator for government, that monies will be paid only through him, what happens next? I told them, look, go ahead, do the mediations with him, release our people, that is all I want. They said it is fine. Normally we don't cross who we started with, but we will do it since you decide you are fine with it. They went ahead, they made the mediations, they received ransoms. Now later, they complained to me that the ransom they received was 1.9 billion, whilst 5 billion was released. Where is the 3 billion 100 million specifically? Who was the mediator sent in? They said it was a Senator Ali Ndume mediator. So where are the monies? I have been speaking about this for a long time. You don't see DSS bringing in, okay, let's bring in these people. Let's see, let's investigate, let's get facts together. You don't see NSA saying anything. At a specific point, I try reaching Nuhu Ribadu. In every aspect, he says my call, he does not pick. Because at a specific time when the conversation started, I got his number through the same Senator Ali Ndume. But when mediations and all the process was on and set, monies was about to be paid, the conversation just cut all of a sudden. Then later, they now told me, because they tell me certain things. They told me, look, they sent in a different mediator. They said monies can only be paid through him. So where are the rest of the money? So when we said literally state government is complicit, I don't know about federal, but I know of state. And presently, the children in Musa that were kidnapped, I started another mediation with ISWAP. One of their people now confirmed to me that the Borno state government said, are they in mediations with Borno South Youth Alliance or Bosia President or anything? If they are, they should not, that they have who they would run their whole thing with and everything. All of a sudden, Borno State Government Commissioner at a forum played a video, a 9 seconds or is it 18 seconds video of the children being held by ISWAP. Where did he get the video? All of a sudden, Borno State Government don't do things like this. Now, because we came into a mediation and we're exposing certain facts about monies being paid to certain people, all of a sudden, they now start talking to some of these cells that don't talk to these people. At the end, we have our own in-person. Now, we played something psychologically. We did that because we wanted to trigger the state government to go in first before us, which they later bite to the bait. And now you have a commissioner playing video of the people that were kidnapped. And we already said they are literally involved. They keep extorting the federal government, Now Tinubu is there sitting. They bring problems to him. Our state, they've kidnapped, they've done this. What do they want? How do I solve this problem? They said they want 5 billion, they want this. What has the military done? The military has tried, but they will kill and all that and everything. Then Tinubu goes like, okay, it's fine. What do we do? Let us solve this problem. Then he releases funds. State government gets her own. Some of the political powers in the state get her own. Then what? The terrorists get a cut of it. 5 billion. Imagine them getting 1.9 billion. This is something they told me, and we have everything evidently. There is nothing to hide here, and we are tired. That is why we are speaking out now.
You said, I don't know.
Yes.
You said so many things.
Yes.
And I've just been listening to you.
Beautiful.
First of all, you've accused Ali Ndume of being the mediator.
He sent in, the state government sent in together with the mediator from Senator Ali Ndume. They confirmed it all.
Then you're also accusing the president of being complicit in the sense that he releases money. Hold on.
Yes, go ahead.
You're accusing the president of being complicit in this because he's releasing money to give terrorists, despite the fact that we are constantly being told that we do not negotiate with terrorists, we're not paying money. You're saying the president used to release the money.
You do not negotiate with terrorists. How do you think some of these processes have been done?
We thought that the military was destroying the bases and rescuing.
For the Goshe? Military, there is nothing. We all know, they know, we know, and we all know. We all know there was no rescue. There is evidences to all this.
These accusations, can you defend yourself?
I can defend it anywhere. Anywhere. I have been waiting for them to come up, especially Ndume. I have been waiting for him to come up to say, it's a lie, it's not this. Then we have been dropping a lot of evidences. They've been paying a lot of media houses to block whatever we're doing for it not to go out. We've been dropping evidences. People said, he paid a specific group of old people to come out and say they are debunking, they are doing this. These are his in-house old people. We all know from Borno State.
Who are you talking about? Ali Ndume?
Yes, of course. He paid Goshe stakeholders something to come and say Borno South Youth Alliance, this and that and this, that they did not do this. They blocked some of the people they literally rescued. They told them, keep quiet. Do not say Borno South Youth Alliance helped or in fact mediated in any way. Do you know what we did next? I released a voice note conversation of myself with one of the terrorists. Yes, one of the commanders.
How do you know these terrorists?
It's a complicated process. I have been fighting for my grassroots for a long time. I believe in fighting for the common man. And I've been doing that. In fact, when I reached out to them to begin mediations, they knew me already. They were like, oh yeah, We know of this organization, Bossia, yes? You people have been fighting for your people and all that, you know. So it became very easy. Now, another thing you should know is some of these villagers, they know these people, you know. So if they trust you and they know this is somebody fighting for us, if there is a problem, they could get you whoever contact you want to get.
Are these terrorists, are they part of the community or are they outsiders? Is this...
They are part of the community. Some of them are outsiders. It's a mixed situation. Yes, definitely. It's a mixed situation. So with that being said, you look at this. So when you say we are accusing, we are doing this and that, I did not accuse. The terrorists said it with their own lips, and I have everything to back it up.
Samila,
yes.
When you go to meet these terrorists, have you ever told them not to be terrorizing?
There are specific things that you get to hear from some of them.
Have you ever told them, leave our people alone?
I do that, of course. Now let me ask you, did you see the Oyo people problem when it came? Do you know they executed somebody, they beheaded somebody?
Yes,
do you know at a specific time they lined up around 15 to 25 women and children? They video called me, they were about to slaughter them off. Because the government was not cooperating fast. They needed, let the money come in fast. What are they? They told me, look, you know something, you are too lenient and your ways are too, and we understand. Allow us to kill 15 to 25 on video. Let us slaughter and keep the heads beside. When we do that, you will see our government, they will start calling you on phone. They will start calling you by themselves. I said, please.
Do you support, do you agree with this?
I don't agree with anything. I don't like bloodshed. If I wanted or I like bloodshed in any way and I wanted money out of bloodshed, when ransoms was paid, I was asked if I needed something. And I said, no, I don't need that. And if anybody wants to
that's going to be my next question. Are you getting a percentage when these payments are made?
When that happened, I was asked if you want something. So what do we do next? When the whole process was done, they later discovered, in fact, the other mediator cut them off very well and all. When ransoms was paid, we communicated and they told me, do you need anything? Okay, what should be done now? I told them, look, I don't need money. And I have evidence to back that up.
Samala, when we are looking at insecurity as a country, all of us, we're looking at it. We're hoping that one day it will end.
Yes.
We're hoping that these terrorists will leave us alone. Let's have peace. Let the kidnapping stop.
Yes.
Is that something that you see happening?
Yeah, well, in a specific aspect. The reason why I started Operation Sulhu da Zaman Lafiya, that is OSL, we wanted to stand in or be the gap between the local population and those people attacking them. We wanted to boycott their sponsors, you know, and all. We wanted to be those people that can speak light and speak sense into them, whereby if there is an attack, we can ask. And we established that. And these few days, we had some conversations. They agreed that, look, if OSL is going to come in, we will be willing to have some discussions. I asked them clearly, I said, look, can we stop all this? He could not answer me because he is not whoever is in command. A few minutes later, he answered, look, we cannot fully stop whatever is happening because we are doing the work of God. But we can what? We can have some understandings. I said, look, my locality and our people, our zone, our 9 local governments is my problem. If I'm able to broker a deal with the government under OSL, will you people listen? They said, but we're already doing things with you. If it comes through you, we are willing to listen. Because already, now let me expose something to Nigerians. I don't care what goes down. Do you know presently, Boko Haram have not made any attacks since the release of the Goshe women? They have not done one attack. And it's confirmed and it's well confirmed. They all of them, they know. I know, but I'm not part of the system. So I need to speak out for my people because that is what brought me here now. You get? So presently, out of the conversations we had, I told them, look, there is something I'm trying to do, OSL, Operation Sulhu da Zaman Lafiya. You know how I carried out the whole discussions between me and you people with the Goshe women? They said, yes, and we are happy with it. We don't have a problem with you. I said, fine. You know, I went the truth and everything. What you people needed was what I said. Whatever the process finished and whatever monies you people received, I did not collect a penny and I don't want a penny. Whoever you did your negotiations with were the ones who did whatever. They said, yes, we don't have a problem. I said, fine. This Sulhu da Zaman Lafiya, I want us to have something. We will ask you people to probably lay down your arms for 2 months. 3 months. Then from there, we see where it goes. You know, we want our farmers to be able to go to farms and farm. We want our people to be able to go to the bushes and fetch firewood.
What did they say?
They told me, yes, it's fine, we can work that. But do you know presently we are having that with the government already? Yes, presently, us and the government, through their mediator, we have a 40-day ceasefire program between us. So for now, we are on break. So Boko Haram is in mid-time break right now. Let me put it. Sorry, Nigerians, it is sad, but they are on mid-time break.
All right, my colleague, Ayo.
Yes.
He has a few questions.
Go ahead, please.
Go ahead, Ayo.
Well, thank you, Kayla. It's very interesting to listen to some of the things that you have said. And I'm just wondering, if you have all this information, you have all these relationships, I'm wondering where you think the place of security agencies is in all of this. Because governors have said it over and over again, that these terrorists are not ghosts, they are not spirits, they are human beings. They have said repeatedly that we know these people. And you are confirming it now that these people are known. Now, if you know and have all of this information, when is it all going to come to an end? Because from the information coming out from even the Borno state government, they are saying that insecurity is going to reverse the successes that the state has scored in education. And you're saying now that insecurity is not looking like it is going to end. So wouldn't it be, those who are listening to you now will wonder why you're not giving all of this intelligence information to security agencies so that all of this nonsense can stop once and for all?
All right. Thank you very much for your question, I think, Ella. Look, let me just make things very clear. I like going straight to the point. I don't have anything to hide. Reality is here. Now, you said the state government said something about reversing their policies and all that.
Listening to the whole story that he narrated, that money that should have meant for education, road network, hospitals, but for basic amenities that the people of Borno should have benefited, were paid to Boko Haram. Either 5 billion or 1.9 billion that the Nigerian government, at least they paid billions, not millions, billions to Boko Haram. Now, before we even give you other opinion, I want you guys to watch this Senator Ndume on how he also ran to the TV station to defend himself. And I want you guys to watch it.
He made those allegations, and let me say that up initio, when he mentioned the issue of payment of ransom, I told him I don't want to be involved, and I told him I'm going to connect him with DSS by sharing his contacts and talking to DSS. I did that with the NSA.
And he welcomed you doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the gentleman.
Yeah, he came back now to say that he has been trying to reach those people and he couldn't do that. And I categorically told him, look, I have no business in this because I have my bad experience. And the time I began suspecting him, which is even the second case, when he demanded that I should contribute in monies for the...
You mean towards the ransom?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it?
Yes. You know what? And he even threatened me on that I have, when the flood came to Maiduguri, I donated money. Now my people are in captivity. I don't want to donate money.
Right.
And
so he was basically putting you under pressure.
Yeah.
Right.
But despite that, as I told you, it's made a matter of time because I have all the communication with him as he's just claiming, where I told him bluntly, look, you cannot rub me into this, and you cannot blackmail me into it. I've told you my stand. I have done my best. The best I could do is to connect you or give you a contact to the appropriate authority.
But did you know?
And I told him categorically that I'm a senator, even the political figure, I'm not the only political figure in Borno South. So I said, reach out. And I have reached out to the security agencies. And the good thing is they promised to investigate. I called for them to investigate, and they promised that they will get into it to discuss. Right. Because this issue has crossed the border, has crossed the rail line. It's a very dangerous allegation, and it should be taken seriously.
So you consider this to be malicious defamation, or do you believe they are serious enough to warrant an independent investigation?
No, it shouldn't be independent there. It can be independent, it can be anyhow.
Right.
But there is the need for him to come in to show the figures or the allegations or to prove these allegations. And I'm here to defend. It's not even defend because these are just allegations. Initially, I didn't want to respond that much to it, but I tried to trace his background. And coincidentally, he's even the son of my friend. And his father is a lawyer and has been my friend for 40 years or more. When I spoke to his father I said, his son he doesn't consider him any longer as his son because he has gone into certain business. And as I told you, before now he has used that to be extorting money from people. They have a case now. After he made those grievous allegations, some people from my constituency came out to say, look, we are going after him because he has defrauded us and extorted money, claiming that he's a mediator, that he's going to talk to Boko Haram to release some of their relatives, which up to now, they didn't. That is a different case also.
Right.
That they are taking off from their angle. And from my own angle, as I told you, I have up initio been briefing and sending most of the messages that he sent to me. I've been forwarding to the appropriate authority. I can relate it to politics because the government did that at one time. In 2011, it was alleged just because somebody who claims to be a Boko Haram member called my number and then I picked the phone.
And they roped you into it.
They roped me into it. For 6 years, I was going
yes,
to
I
court.
remember that.
And they did. In fact, that was when we became friends, because I think you were curious and then you didn't believe how the thing adds up. The same thing now. I told you before I came here that you should listen to the video.
I watched the whole video.
You can find contradictions there from the beginning, because this is somebody who is claiming that he has contact with Boko Haram. I believe, I don't know that, because investigation will eventually bring it out. And don't forget that right now, his people, why I say his people, because he's part of my local government, children of Musa have been abducted since 15th May, and they are still in custody. And recently, students of Lhasa that were sitting for exams were abducted, about 37 of them. We still have people that were abducted between Burate and Biu that are in captivity. We still have 56 people from Goshe, that is my local government, where they released 360. My problem with him started then. He demanded for the ransom. And I told him clearly, and up to now my position is that Nigerian government or nobody should negotiate with terrorists, not to talk of...
When you say he demanded for a ransom, what do you mean?
Yeah, because he was the one that said Boko Haram are asking for 5 million.
5 billion.
5 billion.
Right.
And he's the one that claimed now that I was given 1.9 billion. In fact, 5 billion was given to me.
Well, he didn't say it was given to you specifically. He said that the disparity between what Boko Haram or the kidnappers claimed they got and what was released is wide. He said 5 billion was released. The kidnappers got 1.9 billion.
Yeah.
What happened to the rest of the money?
That is the question that should be directed to him, because as I told you...
Yeah, but he said he was sidelined, that he didn't, that when it came to the payment of the money, he was told that there were different mediators now, and that was when you came up. The issue of you came up. That's what he was saying.
No, he wanted to use me or to come through me for the payment of ransom.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. I don't mean to interrupt you, because Mr. Kaigame insists that about 5 billion naira was released for ransom, but only about 1.9 billion reached the kidnappers. The Borno state government says no ransom was paid. Which version should Nigerians believe?
I don't know. It is for them to use their head. But what I'm talking about is what...
But you're privy to a lot of these
Just allow me, Charles, please. Because this is a very serious matter.
It is.
And that's
why we're asking you.
So you should not be interfering so that Nigerians will get the truth.
Well, go ahead.
You know, what I insist is, you know, when you lie consistently, then it may look like it is true. But the good thing about truth is, if you say 100 lies, and one truth can come and destroy it. And that's what I'm trying to do, but you are interfering.
I'm not interfering. I'm interrupting. There's a difference. But
Okay,
go
okay.
ahead.
My English cannot be...
Oh, come on.
So, if he says that 5 billion was paid ransom, then this question is supposed to be directed to him. Because, Charles, in my life, I have never seen 1 billion at once. Not to say that I have never had money that can, if you put them together since I was... But I have never in my life...
In one go.
Seen with my eyes.
But do you believe that the government might have paid a large amount of money to secure the release of those people?
There is this suspicion everywhere. But as I told you, I cannot speak for government.
Right.
I cannot.
But you're privy to a lot of information.
Wait a minute. I'm privy to a lot of information, but not about payment of ransom.
Right. Okay.
Because my position on ransom payment, up initio, or even negotiating with Boko Haram is clear. That I don't support, and I'm not supporting, and I will never support negotiating with Boko Haram, talk less of paying them ransom.
Now you listen to what Senator Ali Ndume said. I want you guys to pause it here to tell me your thoughts between Senator Ali Ndume, the Borno South Youth leader, Samalia Ibrahim. Who do you think is lying? But neither way, the government, the Borno state governor is still between that the 5 billion that he collected from the federal revenue or from the federal budgetary or for the federal allocation that he claimed he paid to the bandits or the terrorists, they did not receive it. That him, the governor, took nothing less than 3.1 billion and he gave the terrorists 1.9 billion. Now we have been complaining about this APC government. Some of you will still find a way to defend these people. That these people have come to steal, to buy, and to destroy this country that we are. We must look for a way to eradicate these people. If you have not gotten your PVC, get your PVC so that 2027 you must vote and you must go to the polling unit and vote this evil government out of office. Some of you will still say, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not involved. How dare you say we should vote him out? Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not involved. Have you guys seen the reckless and unspeakable budgetary for 2026? The mosque allocation, the church allocation, the palace decoration allocation, the animal allocation, banditry allocation, and the allocation for the unknown and known existing agency. Now, let's pause it a while. I want you guys to watch another video of the said Borno South youth leader, Somalia, Ibrahim, on how he went to podcast to respond to Ali Ndume to say that he is a blunt liar. Let's go to court. That he have an evidence, the voice record evidence and every document evidence that these people were supposed to pay bandit 5 billion they collect from the federal house, but they only paid 1.9 billion. I want you guys to watch.
I have released voice note communications between myself and them. We don't have anything to hide. Okay. These are not allegations. If he decides to go to court today, if I bring out some evidence, the whole of Nigeria would shake. So do not forget, I communicate with these people.
Okay, so to get clarity, Mr. Kaigama, are you saying, for Ngoshe, Senator Ali Ndume was negotiating for the rescue of these people? You were also negotiating for the rescue. But what happened is I
was literally negotiating for the rescue.
Okay.
So at a specific point when monies was to be paid, I think federal decided to maybe release some funds to be paid for the release of the people and all, the ransom, whatever people want to call it, So now, when that happened, they sent a second mediator to come in. It's why we have been trying everything possible to see how federal government would find ways to work with us. We would have been very useful, but our state is fighting us hook and crook, because they know what they've been doing. Federal government, Tinubu specifically, is not complicit to some of these things.
Okay.
Catch some of the governors, the senators. They are the ones running business with Nigeria. And they force the federal government to do certain things that they don't want to do, like paying ransom. So in that process now, they get some monies out of the whole deal and everything. This is not the federal government's fault, I would put. Some states are literally complicit. Now,
he immediately said this. Immediately, this broadcast, and he said that he have evidence. Boom! DSS pick him up.
Nigerians, so the DSS don't arrest Bosnia Youth President Ismaila Ibrahim Kaigama. They arrested him yesterday. Bosnia, the Borno South Youth Alliance, and the president be Ismaila Ibrahim Kaigama. So they arrested him yesterday after he go make some kind of revelation there. So they can't come in house yesterday. You know the story. If they hide them, the English Alhaji go they bring them out. The federal government of bandit media no go tell them these things. But like I always tell you, I got your back. As they hide them, Alhaji go bring them out. So they come there, go fetch them, carry and go. They say we no go see them. We don't see them. So I say I can't tell now. So now they find this guy. He did with DSS. They came to his house around 3:40. That is 20 minutes to 4. 20 minutes to 4. Yesterday's day, the 22nd of July, 2026. They come there with 2 healers. And then also DSS put the healers. They carry arms, they carry and go for interrogation and an investigation. I don't know. So say for this video, this guy makes so many revelation. According to him, for this video, for this channel television where he go, he say the government pay Boko Haram 5 billion for the release of those Borno children. Remember those children where army release that and say they don't release 300 and something children where they say they don't rescue. So this guy say the government paid 5 billion for those children. But the Boko Haram only received 1.9 billion. Now make they not release all the children. They released only 300 and something. 369. Now they release instead to release all of them. Because the money where the Boko Haram hand now 1.9 billion instead of 5 billion.
They left the governor alone. That is the main person now. They left the Senator Ali Ndume. They pick this guy up because he's a nobody. They pick him because they don't want the evidence to go to the general public. They pick him up because they want to silence him. If they had picked these 3 people involved, it would have been understandable. But picking one person and leaving these other 2 people as if they have immunity, it's what me, I don't understand. But in all of this, you might want to exonerate the president out of it. Oh, the president is not among. He knows what he's doing. I want you guys to listen to what the Bola Ahmed Tinubu is saying in none of this.
They want us divided. They want you and I to be afraid of one another. We will not surrender to their whims and crises. The media must resist the temptation of becoming megaphones for terrorists and kidnappers.
Said they want to divide us. They want to do this. He always wants the people not to report anything that is going on within his government. That's why he's paying how many millions of dollars to silence the American not to talk about everything that is going on in Nigeria. Have you guys seen the info that is ruling this country on how they are trying to destroy this country? Have you not also seen the recent video of a senator that has no job, that has no company? You see the massive mansion or be the castle that he built with Nigerian resources, money that were made for constituencies allowance that should have used for school development, roads, hospitals. He used it to build his own estate that he will forever live. Now, go and review the budget that we have posted before. Go and see how this government want to finish this. They don't even care about your life. They are thinking of how to campaign for 2027 to be re-elected while your life is at risk. You cannot even afford anything. They are telling you there is a reform. You should wait. Don't worry. You should wait. There is a reform. Meanwhile, they are paying bandits 5 billion. And bandits will come tell you and say, now just imagine you watching this particular video. Now you be the terrorist when they terrorize Nigeria. You can't carry Kala, can't go village, buy maybe minimum 80, 100, can't kidnap minimum 200, 300 or 400. The government will come pay you 1 point something billion. They beg you, say release these people. You can't still release them. You go again, you do the same thing. They pay you billions. You can't still release these people. And the government, they can't carry microphone. Because they say, I want you people to lay down your arms and repent unconditionally. You aspire to become the president of Nigeria. As long as you lay down your hands, there is a job opportunity out there. Many of you can also be recruits to join the Nigerian military. How much is our salary, sir? You say now from 70,000 or 50,000 to 100,000. Somebody that is receiving billions for not being controlled, not being ruled, just go place, kidnap people, you pay a billion. You can't say me, you can't undergo training, scrutiny, pain, to come they receive 100,000. If now you when they watch this video, will you ever stop? Now they are not even threatening you, say, we will come and execute you, I buy you and wipe out the forest. They are not threatening, they are only begging you, don't do it again, don't worry, there's a job waiting for you. And you said this government, they don't know what they are doing. Like what this person said, it is better that the state governor and everybody that is fully involved, they should be persecuted. According to the youth leader, he said the president is not directly involved, but the state governors and all the senators are the one making and want to destroy this country. Anyway, I rest my case here. I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section to tell me your thoughts. Until we meet again, peace out.